Long ago there existed a beautiful and peaceful kingdom named Silvercrest. The king of this kingdom, King Hadrian, was known far and wide for his bravery and fairness. But despite all his victories and royal glory, his heart found true peace only with one person, his beloved wife, Queen Leonora. Queen Leonora was not only beautiful, but also very kind and gentle. Through their deep love, God blessed them with 3 daughters: Princess Arabella, Princess Lillian, and Princess Evangeline. All 3 were beautiful and delicate. The whole palace echoed with their laughter, and for the king, their smiles were the greatest treasure in the world. But one day, fate took away their happiness. Queen Leonora became seriously ill. The palace was filled with sorrow. All the royal doctors, healers, and wise men were called, but no treatment worked. Slowly, her breathing grew weaker. Silence fell over the palace. The princesses sat beside their mother day and night, holding her gentle hands and crying softly. One day, Queen Leonora, in a weak voice, held King Hadrian's hand and said,
"I feel my time is near, but promise me one thing. You may marry again if you wish, that is your right. But for God's sake, never leave my daughters alone. Take care of them yourself."
After saying this, she wiped her husband's tears, smiled softly, and closed her eyes forever. In that moment, it felt as if every lamp in the palace dimmed. Grief spread throughout the land. King Hadrian promised himself,
"I swear I will never marry again. I will live only for our daughters."
The memory of Leonora and his daughters became his whole world. He devoted himself completely to raising his daughters. He played with them, told them stories.
In the quiet kingdom, the princesses gathered for a tale. Their father's voice wove magic, keeping them safe.
And shared in their joys and sorrows. There was also a maid in the palace named Cassandra. She appeared kind,
There they are, my
caring,
dears.
and sweet.
Rest now, you're safe. All is well.
She cooked the princesses' favorite meals, picked fresh flowers for them, and surrounded them with affection. The king was happy that after Queen Leonora, there was someone who cared for his innocent daughters. But faces do not always show what lies in the heart. Cassandra's true desire was different. She was tempted by the throne. She wanted the king to marry her so she could become the queen of Silvercrest. She wished to win King Hadrian's heart and rule the kingdom. Years passed. Cassandra continued to serve, but she never gained the king's attention. King Hadrian still lived only with the memories of Leonora. Jealousy slowly filled Cassandra's heart.
And I found this one has the prettiest patterns.
Wonderful.
One night, standing before a mirror, she said to herself,
If these princesses were not in my way, I too would be the queen of this palace.
From that day on, she began to create a terrible plan. A plan that would change the lives of those 3 innocent girls forever. The princesses were never allowed to leave the palace because the king cared deeply for their safety. But one day, while they were walking in the royal garden, Cassandra came to them with a gentle smile and said,
It has been so long since I visited the Valley of Flowers. The air there, the tall mountains, the dreamlike rivers, it is like heaven on earth.
Princess Arabella asked.
Where is this Valley of Flowers? Is it really so beautiful?
Cassandra smiled cleverly.
Yes, it is very beautiful. Every flower there spreads sweet fragrance. The rivers flow as if the sky is touching the earth. I am going there tomorrow.
Hearing this, the 3 sisters became excited and curious. They begged,
Please take us with you, Cassandra. We have never seen anything outside the palace.
But your father will not allow it.
The princesses felt sad. After a short pause, Cassandra said softly,
If we tell the king that we are only going to the market,
And then quietly go to the Valley of Flowers, no one will know.
The 3 sisters happily agreed to this idea. They asked King Hadrian for permission to visit the market. At first, the king refused, but after much pleading from his daughters, he agreed. The next morning, the princesses left in their beautifully decorated royal carriage. The colourful market shone brightly before their eyes, they exclaimed.
How beautiful this market is!
But as the carriage reached a lonely and quiet place, Cassandra suddenly said to the coachman,
Stop! I have a stomachache!
As soon as the carriage stopped, a group of attackers rushed forward. The guards fought bravely, but they were all killed. The princesses trembled in fear. Cassandra quietly pulled them out of the carriage and said,
Come quickly with me. I will take you to a safe place.
They ran to an empty and deserted area where there were no houses and no trees, only an old broken well. Cassandra said,
Let us drink some water.
As soon as the 3 princesses stepped near the well, Cassandra suddenly pushed them hard. They fell down screaming. Cassandra laughed loudly and said,
Do you know how your mother died? I poisoned her. Today you too will die just like her.
After saying this, she walked away, still laughing. The water inside the well was low, and on one side of the wall there was a small place where a little water had collected. The 3 princesses sat there. Princess Arabella burst into tears.
She killed our mother, and now she wants to kill us too.
Nights passed. Days passed. They lived alone inside the well. Whenever they felt hungry, a small fish would appear in the water, and they would share it and eat together. Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months. Inside the well, the 3 princesses kept the light of hope alive in the darkness of their sorrow. One afternoon, sunlight began to shine inside the well. Suddenly, a voice came from above. A merchant was passing through this lonely path with his caravan of camels. To drink water, he lowered a bucket into the well. When the bucket reached the bottom, Princess Evangeline said,
If one of us sits in the bucket and goes up to ask for help, maybe we can all be saved.
The 3 sisters decided that the bravest and wisest, Princess Arabella, would sit in the bucket. As the bucket was pulled up, the merchant's eyes widened in surprise. In front of him stood a girl whose beauty was as pure as a moonlit night. Her eyes were innocent, and her face carried deep sadness. But the merchant's heart was cruel. He looked at Princess Arabella greedily and said,
"What great luck! Selling such a beautiful girl will fill my treasure chests."
Fear filled Princess Arabella's heart. She understood that this man was evil. She quickly began to run, and the merchant chased after her. They ran across valleys, hills, and forests. Princess Arabella's feet were injured, and she struggled to breathe, but hope gave her strength. She finally ran into a thick forest. There, a young prince named Prince Sebastian was preparing to shoot a deer with his bow. When he aimed, instead of a deer, he saw a beautiful angel-like girl standing before him.
Please save me! Someone is chasing me!
Prince Sebastian was shocked. Then he saw the merchant coming closer. He quickly drew his sword. Seeing the prince's strength and courage, the merchant became afraid and ran away into the thick bushes. Prince Sebastian spoke gently.
Tell me, who are you?
I am Princess Arabella of Silvercrest. Our mother, Queen Leonora. I was poisoned by our maid Cassandra, and she pushed us into a well.
I am Prince Sebastian of Goldenvale. You are not alone anymore. Come with me to my palace.
He brought her to his palace. When they arrived, Prince Sebastian told his father, King Maximilian, the whole story. King Maximilian fell into deep thought. Princess Arabella's face reminded him of someone from the past. He softly asked,
Daughter, what is your father's name?
King Hadrian, and my mother was Queen Leonora.
King Maximilian suddenly stood up. Tears filled his eyes.
Leonora's daughter?
At that moment, the king's two sons, Prince Xavier and Prince Finian, entered the hall.
Oh God, what is going on?
King Maximilian hugged Princess Arabella and said, I saw you when you were a child. You look exactly like your mother. Princess Arabella cried and said, Uncle, my sisters are still trapped in that well. King Maximilian immediately ordered his two sons,
Go and bring back my nieces safely.
Prince Xavier and Prince Finian, traveled day and night until they reached the well. They lowered a rope and pulled Princess Lillian and Princess Evangeline out one by one. Tears filled their eyes. They asked,
Where is our sister, Princess Arabella? Please, tell us where she is.
Prince Xavier smiled and said,
She is safe in the palace and waiting for you.
The two princesses felt great joy. They all returned to the palace of Goldenvale. There, the three sisters met again. Tears and smiles filled their faces. Meanwhile, Cassandra had lied to King Hadrian of Silvercrest.
The princesses were attacked and killed by gangsters.
The king was broken by this news.
No, this cannot be true.
He became very ill from grief. Cassandra pretended to comfort him and slowly tried to come closer to him. One day, acting with fake sympathy, she confessed her love to the king.
I love you, and I want to marry you.
King Hadrian, lost in sorrow, thought
I have no one left. Maybe this is my destiny.
he agreed to marry Cassandra. The wedding day arrived. The palace was decorated, but there was no happiness in the air. At that very moment, King Maximilian entered the palace with his 3 sons and the 3 princesses from Goldenvale. As soon as the princesses entered, King Hadrian was stunned. "These are my daughters, but how? How?" Princess Lillian stepped forward and told everything to her father.
Father, this woman killed our mother, pushed us into the well, and now wants to take you away from us.
King Hadrian's face turned pale. Princess Arabella wept and told him everything. Cassandra's face lost all color. The truth was finally revealed. King Hadrian ordered the guards to imprison Cassandra. The soldiers dragged her away. Silence filled the palace. Then, King Hadrian embraced his daughters tightly. At that moment, King Maximilian smiled and said,
Hadrian, your daughters are my nieces, and my sons are now grown men. Why not make our bond even stronger?
Soon, celebrations began in both kingdoms. Princess Arabella married Prince Sebastian. Princess Lillian married Prince Xavier. Princess Evangeline married Prince Finian. The 3 sisters became queens in their own palaces, and both kingdoms forever became lands of love, peace, and happiness.
If you enjoy this story, please like it. Subscribe to our channel. Leave your sweet comments and press the bell icon.